Jagate Juravaya Premadana Vute Manera Vasana Puna Achirate Oya Devaki Nandana Dasa Elo Bekoya Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Vande Rupa Sanatana Vatara Gunata Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasara Gunata Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Chaitanya Gauri Svabhashara Sriya Dhamma Samavatari Atyanta Dulava Prema Tori Varigana Shikaya Sharana Gandhi Vakatera Prana Danyatmani Vedana Kopi Devanana Avashara Shive Krishna Vishwasapalana Bhakti-yarukura matra Hare-rasikara Bhakti-pratikura bhava Vajanangikara Saranga Sharanagati Oribejahara Tahara Pratana Shune Srinanda Kumara Rupa Sanatana Pare Shante Srina Kori Vakasi Vinoda Pade Ruparatori Kandiya Kandiya Gore Avisladama Sikaye Sharanagati Korayutama Jaya Swakashara Jaya Gorahari Swakashara Jaya Gorahari Swakashara Jaya Gorahari Swakashara Jaya Gorahari. 84. Paramakaruna Pavudujana Nitai Gora Chandra Savavatara Sarashiromani Kevalananda Kanda Bhajava Chaitanya Nitai Sudhya Vishwasa Kori Vishaya Chariya Seva Semajiya Nuke Bolo Hari Hari Teke Ore Pai Tribhuvane Nai Emana Doya Ladata Pashavaki Jore Pashana Hidare Shanichara Gunagata Samsare Majiya Rahili Podiya Separe Nahiro Asha Apanakarama Mujaya Shamana Komero Chana Dasa Paramakaruna Pavatu Vijana Nitai Gorachanda Sabhavasara Sarashiromani Kevalananda Kanda Jaya Nitai Jaya Go Jaya Nitai Jaya Go Jaya Nitai Jaya Go Jaya Nitai Jaya Go. Jai 343. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Manana Samadhukaram Apaya Nijapara Pankajamakarande
Manana Samadhukaram Apaya Nijapada Pankaja Makarande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Yajapi Samadhishu Devirapi Pashati Natavanakagambarichi
Yayapi Samadhishu Virirapi Pashyati Natava Nakadamurishi
Idami chami nishamya tavajuta tarapi kriparutalichi
Yami chami nishamya tavajuta tarapi kripadutavichim
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Satirdan Shatiyajapi Madhava Natvayi Mama Tilamachi
Bhaktirudam Chatiyaryapi Madhava Natvayi Mama Tirumatri
Parameshvara Tatarapi Tavadika Jugata Gatana Vidachi
Parameshvara Tatarapita Vahika Dvajata Katana Vidhati
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
I am Abhilo Rataya Sanatana Kalita Dutta Savara
I am Avilo Nagaryanya Sanatana Kanita Bhuttara Savara
Nivasatu Nityamiham Nindini Vedanaru Masaya
Vasatuni Jami Amrita Nindini Vindan Madhuri Masara
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande
Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaite
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaite
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite
Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite
Gokula Dharani Mandala Mahite
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaite
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite
Damodara Rati Vadana Veshe Hariniskuta Venda Vipineshe
Damadara Rati Vadana Veshe Harinishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaite
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaite
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite
Krishna Vrishabhanujari Namshashileke Lalita Saki Gunaramita Vishake
Vrishabhanujari Namshashileke Lalita Saki Gunaramita Vishake
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaite
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 Karunam Kurumahi Karunavadite Sanaka Sanatana Vanita Charite
Karunam Kurumai Karunavadite Sanaka Sanatana Vanita Charite
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaite
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 Jaya Rama Ram Jaya Rama Ram Rama Ram Jaya Rama Ram
Jaya Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav. Should we add Sake Kalaya Gordam?
Yeah, I was thinking that was one we should have. It should be after Sharanagati.
But Dakshi said that it was Nandanana 289.
It
Then
should go now. Saki should go first. Should go now.
well, she said the story that Manjari shared was that Radha wants to hear the glorification of Krishna.
Yeah.
Krishna wants to hear the glorification of Radha, and they both want to hear the glorification of Lord Chaitanya.
I'm ready. What? Saki, like, should go
Yeah, I
out.
always like that.
Yeah, but I understand the story, but then also it's
Oh.
like in Janmashtami period that's the first.
It worked first.
Saki collide.
Of course. And that story's there. I told the story of the last one.
Yeah.
That's a specific instance, but generally the criminals
Okay.
first Lord Chaitanya.
Okay.
Ram means step by step.
Okay. So 340.
From now, so we'll do it before Krishna Deva from now on.
Yeah.
So we'll probably-
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sake kalaya goramudaram.
Sake Kalaya Goram.
Sake kalaya goramudaram.
Sake Kalaya Goram.
Nindita saka kanji kalevara.
Nindita Saka Kanti Kalevara.
Karikamara kamara.
Karitamara Kamara.
Kalaya goram daram.
Sake Kalaya Goram Garam.
Madhukara ranjita malati mandita.
Madhukara Ranjita Malika Mandita.
Sita gana gujita kesha.
Sita Jana Tunjita Kesha.
Siva kalinejita shashara rupaka.
Vilaka Vinindika Shashadara Rupaka.
Purana manavare Purana manavare Sakikalaya Gauram Tara Madhu Madhura Smita Kavita Tanu Pita Anukama Bhava Vilasa Nirvana Nagari Kavita Manasa Vikasita Dara Dara Vasha Vikasita Dara Dara Vasha Sakikalaya Gauram Tara Sakikalaya Gauram Tara Parama Kinshana Kinshana Maradana Karuna Vitarana Shiva Jovita Jomati Radha Mohana Namaka Nirupamari Namaka Nirupamari Sakikalaya Gauram Tara Sakikalaya Gauram Tara Nirmita Chakakanti Kalevara Nirmita Chakakanti Kalevara Sakikalaya Namami Nandanandanam, Namami Nandanandanam, Namami Nandanandanam, Namami Nandanandanam, Sucharuvacha Mandalam, Sukanaratna Kundalam, Suchashitam Chandalam, Namami Nandanandanam. Sudhiranetra pankajam shikandamurajam anangatoti mohanam namami nandanandanam sudhasikaramotritam svajandadantapantikam navambujam pochitanam namami nandanandanam Karena Venurandrikam Jatikarendradandrikam Sukulakita Shoganam Namami Nandanandanam Srivangadeva Sundaram Nagaduti Sudhakaram Amulya Ratna Bhushitam Namami Nandanandanam Sugandhanga Soravamuro Virajito Sudam Surashiva Saranchalam Namami Nandanandanam Vrindavana Sunagaram Vivasamugavasasam Surendradvargamochanam Namami Nandanandanam Bhajandana Sunayakam Sada Sudha Bhajayakam Sadhanana Kalovanam Namami Nandanandanam Shri Nandanandanastatam Pateja Sharayanvita Varet Bhavati Pustaram Savetaram Vidumakam Namami Nandanandanam, Namami Nandanandanam, Namami Nandanandanam, Namami Nandanandanam, Mulendra Vrindavanti Chaiti Loka Shokaharini, Sasana Vata Pantaje, Vilasani. Bhajendra Vanamandini, Bhajendra Sunasangate, Sajakari Sasimama, Vipakachaksha Bhajana, Ashoka Vishavalari, Vitana Mandapasite, Pravala Rama Palava, Pravalangi Vomale, Parabhaya Smurakare, Prabhuta Sampradare, Gajakare Sasinama, Vipakachaksha Bhajana, Anandaranga Mandala, Prasanga Bandhura Bhuvam, Samivavam Sasambhama, Siddhanta Vana Bhajana, Nirantaram Vashikita Patiti Nandanandana Prajakari Sasihama Vipata Daksha Bhajana Sarit Suvana Champaka Parita Dora Vigraha Mukaka Vaparasta Vishara Dendu Mandala Chitra Chitra Sanchara Chakola Samadochane Jadakari Sasilama Vipaka Daksha Bhajana Pajama Jati Yovane Pamoramana Mantite Triyanurada Vantite Salavidasa Pantite Ananya Janya Kunjara Chatama Kirito Vijay Sajakari Sasinama Vipata Daksha Bhajana Ashesha Bhavavadira Nira Maya Pushita Prabhuta Shaka Kumba Kumba Kundi Kumba Sustana Prashastamantahasya churna purna sokya sagare Tadakari sasinama Vipakachaksha bhashanam Vinadavalabhavani Sarangarangatorate Gadadarasadovane Valochana Lavadivanivanmanogyamudyamohanashite Tadakari sasimama Vipakachakshavajana Suvarnamarikanchita Virekatamupanchate Visuchamantaviduna Virajagirvijayati Saroganila Kuntala Prasuna Pushakunti Prajakari Sasimama Vipakachakshavajana Nitambalimbalambamana Pushpamekaradune Prasasarajnakinkini Kalapamajamajure Karindra Shungajantika Varovaso Varorupe Kadakari Sasriyama Vipakachakshavajana Aneka Mantanara Manchunupurara Vaskaram Samadharata Hamsavam Sadekanati Gaurave Vilolayema Vadari Vitam Vicharutam Prame Kadakari Sasrihamam Vipakachakshavajana Ananta Koti Vishnu Lokamana Padma Jayate Sumarija Viloma Virincha Javarata Apaya Siri Viveka Sattvajandulinake Tadakari Sasinama Vipakachakshavajana Maheshwari Priyeshwari Swareshwari Sureshwari Chidera Bharateshwari Pramana Shashaneshwari Rameshwari Sameshwari Ramodananeshwari Rajeshwari Rajadite Sriradite Namostute Iti Namadudam Sadami Shamyadanandandini Karotu Santatandana Ilakatakshagajana Kareta Deva Sanchita Virupatananashana Kareta Rata Jentrasuna Mandala Praveshana Tadakari Satsirama Namami Sharam Sachidananda Rupam Tasakundaram Tokile Vrajamana Yashoda Viyolukam Rajavamana Parameshamatam Sakujutadobhya Udantamurcha Yurmamijata Karamojayumena Satanganesham Uruswastakapa Vivekanta Kanta Sitarai Bhajans Karamati Bhavam Vishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Nasatundaram Mukile Bhajana Viveka Saviradi Ananda Purade Swagoshami Majanta Agyapayanta Hare Sita Vishu Rate Pita Puna Prema Tasa Sakaviti Rane Namo Vishwaram Satyananda Rupam Asatundaram Gopile Brajamanam Karandeva Moksha Navasadalinga Navasanya Vinaya Varishaya Piha Vidante Vapurnanda Om Bhagavata Sarane Manasari Vasantinane Namamishara Sasiranandam Asakundalam Gopile Vajamanam Idam Senikamutamarachanile Idam Kuntavam Vijaram Takshatokyo Nushudijanimbarakarayame Mansavirasam Alambakshalade Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Asakundalam Gopile Vajamanam Namo Deva Jamo Karananta Vishnu Kajira Brahmamuga Karadimana Vipajishti Vishati Inam Vatanu Vihane Shamamaga Eyati Vesha Namamishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Vasakundalam Gopile Vajamanam Kuveratmatovana Mojaya Vajana Karanamrita Vati Vajam Vijaya Saka Prema Bhakti Sakame Payacha Namo Shekamo Mesi Namo Dareya Namo Vishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Asatundaram Gopile Vajamanam Namaste Sujame Suravirtijame Kaliyagarayata Vishwasadame Namaraditaya Kaliyapriyaya Namonantaviraya Devaya Sudam Namoraditaya Kaliyapriyaya Namoraditaya Kaliyapriyaya Namoraditaya Kaliyapriyaya Namoraditaya Kaliyapriyaya Namonantaviraya Devaya Sudam Namonantaviraya Devaya Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Where did they go out? Arjun. Arjun. Where have you been? Where have you been?
Also,
Why?
porque very tired,
Okay.
muy cansado.
Ajnanam Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Kudaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadavaktaya Namo Namah Yam Pravrajantam Manupetamapeta Krityam Dvaipayano Vivaka Taruajuhava Putriti Tanmayataya Taravo Benedo Tam Sarvabhutaraya Monimanatosmi Parakravina Aparadalakshay Chiraptasya Kamari Tarangamadi Kripamai Tvam Sharanam Praparyam Prende Namaste. You get ready. Finish in the kitchen. Tavoy vasmi, Najivamitam Vina, Iti Vidyayadadi, Tam Nayamam Charanti. Anga Shamalim Chitaviravito, Andi Kritendiram, Jayam Jagudarotisam Tegadatam Partam Varasya Vringanayuvasina Vidyasattamavidamodaram Radhaskandhaniveshito Jalabhujam Jayamadamodaram Jayamadamodaram Hadevika Kubalagadkara Yavacha Yashini Katya Bhuvinanda Udvadati Asya Prashanamabudasya Janasya Kritva Kandarike Janane Kananam Judevi. First, I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust and the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nishya Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad, restored to the said Sri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nitya Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad, restored to the said Sri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, to our Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all of his divine associates, and to all the associates assembled, and to all the assembled devotees, and the assembled devotees gurus, who are my Shiksha Guru, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Bhan Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj.
Sitting to the Bhakti Bhakti Maharaj.
Today is the disappearance day.
I'm pretty sure, but I can check the calendar.
What's the first name? Bhakti what? That's his last name.
It's on our schedule.
I am looking right now.
He's a very amazing personality. Yayavara Maharaj.
Bhakti Vichar.
Vichar
Yayavara.
Yayavara Maharaj.
Disappearance.
Disappearance day. There's no difference between a disappearance day and appearance day. You both give us the opportunity to remember them and receive extra mercy.
Disappearance. Bhakti Vichar.
Bhakti Vichar Yayavara Maharaj. So we'll hear about him this evening. Unless somebody, it's long, so many amazing things about him. So we'll hear about him this evening, along with the glorification of Damodar-Astakam. So a few days ago, we were meant to go to Radha Damodar temple, but we didn't go. And I think it's good because these temples are right practically next door to each other. Radha Gopinath temple, Radha Damodar temple, Radha Raman, and Radha Gokulananda. So we're going to hear about them today. Also, Nidavan is right next door, and is Hemangani here? So first I'm going to call on you to, yes, to offer your Shraddha Pushpanjali in the form of glorification, offer your heart in the form of glorification of Nidavan, the forest of sleeping.
They don't get singing.
Chink. Sorry. You think I should collapse it?
Om Jnanatinandasya Gananjana Shlakaya Chakshuramitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I want to first offer my
Can you help me?
heartfelt obeisances to my Guru Maharaj. Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Saranti Goswami Maharaj, and the same unlimited obeisances at the dust of the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru Devi, Srimati Shamani Dasi.
Jai.
Alright, so everybody take off your shoes. We're gonna go walking, and we're gonna walk to Nidabam. And one thing that I heard in Sripad Jodani Maharaj's class that I was sharing with Vasanti Didi is that he was like, we should really know the geography of Vrindavan, because if we're expecting to like go there and be there, we gotta know where things are. We gotta know where the pastimes of our most beloved Srimati Radharani and her beloved Krishna happen. And so this is just north of Nikunjavan, and like Didi said, it's next to the places that we're going today. And so just getting an awareness for where everything is in Vrindavan is very important. I thought that was very sweet and mood to have. So, and so like she said, Nidu means it means Surata, the amorous pastimes. And so here, Radha and Krishna have their sleeping Shayana Vilas, their sleeping pastimes, and their Nishant Lila pastimes, early morning pastimes, where Vrindadevi is getting worried that the dawn is coming, and so she tells the birds and the cuckoos and the peacocks to wake up their Kishore and Kishori, and that's what the Rupanuga and the Rupanuga Rasik Bhaktas and the Raganuga Bhaktas, they're meditating on while they're chanting, because these are just such relishable pastimes. And so since they're sleeping here, one time Radharani has this dream, and she wakes up in the morning and she's like, oh, my beloved, I had this dream. And I saw this beautiful, magnificent river. It looked like the Yamuna. And not only that, I saw a bank. The bank looked just like the banks of the Yamuna. And there was a grove. It was like a Vrindavan grove. And there was this golden complexion, youthful boy. And he was chanting and singing and sweetly dancing. And he was just in bliss. And he was going, oh Krishna, and then he was crying. He was crying, Radha, when will I see you? And he's dancing and Radharani goes, who is this boy? Like, he's golden complexion, he's chanting Krishna's name. Am I this boy? But then she was like, no, he's crying out Radha's name. Only the person who calls out Radha, that only you, Krishna, love me in this way. Only you would call out my name and crying. And Krishna goes, I've shown you my Narayan form. I've shown you all my other forms. You were never astonished. I don't think this was me. Who is this complexion boy who's bewildering you? And he smiles in this like sneaky way, and she goes, oh yeah, this is you. And Radharani goes, no one can infatuate me like you. And so then Krishna shows in his Kastuba jewel, he takes it and he shows her the exact dream that she had just had, and perfectly, and Radha's like, she remembers that in his youth, Krishna, Garga Rishi, the all-knowing Garga Rishi, Garga Rishi said to Nanda Baba that his son in the forthcoming Kali Yuga will come, and he will come in this golden complexion form as Gauranga, and Garga Rishi, he knows everything, so this could never be false. So she knows that this dream is true. And Krishna then continues to say that I will appear in your golden complexion, Radharani. I will appear with your moods, and I will relish your bobs. I will relish those moods, and I will also preach Rag Marg Bhakti, and through chanting the holy names of Hari, and I will completely I will give divine love of me, which is so rare. And so yeah, he tells her this, and he says like, I will come and you will come with me. You will come with me as your associate. And so in this way, the divine couple is alluding to.
Krishna told Radha she would come with him?
It says on this page, you will also appear on earth with me as my associate.
But I thought that the boy was Radha and Krishna.
But
Krishna talking.
but then Radha comes also as
Separate.
separate, as his associate.
She comes with him in one form and then
And-
separate.
Yeah,
As who?
Gadara Pandit.
Good.
Oh, okay, you're just asking me. And so they give indication that this pastime will come, and there's also another pastime. It doesn't go into detail about it in the book, but it's Radharani
Even slower.
Radharani comes, she's wearing like regal clothes, and it's called the Rai Raj Leela. And so she's wearing very regal clothes, and she's sitting on a throne, and then Krishna is dressed as a police officer, and he's like standing outside Nidhavan, and he's kind of protecting her. So that's another pastime that happens here. Then there's a manifest, so this is also just like in Seva Kunj, how there is Lalita Kunj, there's Vishaka Kunj in Nidhavan. And so,
Kunj or Kund?
Kunj, sorry, the water, the pond. Because the way that it manifests is that Vishaka is thirsty, and so Radha Bihari, he manifests the
Who?
Radha Bihari. That's what it said here. Sri Radha Bihari Ji manifested Kund of sweet, delicious water with his flute to relieve the thirst of his beloved Saki Vishaka. and so there from that Kund, so Swami Haridas, his samadhi is also here. And so Swami Haridas, he sings so sweetly. His devotion is just like so sweet that he found this Banka Bihari, this deity that also lives here. And he would sing only for his Bihari. He wouldn't sing for anybody else because it was just truly his devotion that he would offer his love and devotion through singing to his deity. And so Akbar, Emperor Akbar, he heard about this and he wanted to see or hear his singing, and Tanesa, one of his
Tansen?
Tansen, his disciple, he said, no, you can't come because he only sings for his deity, so he won't come and sing for you.
For who? Oh,
For Emperor Akbar. And so Emperor Akbar, he has so much greed to hear, he dresses in normal clothes and he goes to hear his singing. And when he goes, he gets so captivated and is so pleased that he just wants to give something to Swami Haridas, but
where was
Tansen,
Banka Bihari found?
in Vishaka.
Right in the Kund.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
Yeah. And so, so then Tansen says, no, like this will ruin his mood. So better just not give anything and just sit and appreciate. And so, so this is the samadhi is still there of Swami Haridas. So we will
Is
be
he's in
seeing
the
that.
Varka Sampradaya, which museum?
I don't know what to say.
Where did
I'm not sure.
So we can all pay obeisances, take Achman from Vishaka Kund, put it on our head, take the dust on our heart and our eyes and mouth and all over, and follow in the footsteps of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and roll in the dust. Because she also saw that in the dream, that he was rolling. That's his samadhi. Can we go through the pictures first?
Right.
Thank you for letting me
Very
share.
good. The only suggestion I have
Mhm.
is that you have more confidence in yourself when you're speaking, so that you won't be in a rush to finish and get yourself over with. Because many of these words, I would say almost 50% of the words that you said are new to people. So they have to be able to take it in. So they have to come slow.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just a lot of syllables.
It's pretty good.
Very excellent.
Speak slower.
New system.
That's on YouTube. Delete. Put user in timeout.
Okay. So before going to the other places, while we're still here at Nidovan, I want to share one class that Srila Gurudev gave, where he showed whatever we've heard about the glories of Kartik, he showed even more what made Kartik important or glorious. And that was that not only did so many saints and sages, pure devotees, appear and disappear in this month, but see how slow I'm going?
I just get so excited. It's so fun.
Yeah, but you're having a good time, but what you're saying is going over everybody
Oh, what was Vraja do one?
so fast.
She did say it.
What?
No, I missed, she said it, but I missed it. So roll with us. You gotta roll.
Roll with
All
us,
places
yeah.
and.
Yeah, when they're sleeping. So another thing that makes Kartik so glorious is that so many important pastimes of Krishna, Radha Krishna, took place here. One is what you've already heard and what you'll be hearing for the next couple of weeks is the Damodar Bandhan Lila, and you'll be singing also about that pastime, Damodarastakam. Another important pastime was the whole beautiful songs of the gopis when they're at home and they meet with gopis of their like mood. Like this mood of gopis gets together here, that mood gets together there. And sitting in their own rooms at home in Vrindavan with their eyes of emotion, their Bhava Netra, eyes of emotion. See if you could also explain what the words mean a little bit, whatever you know. They're seeing Krishna out in the forest. You know that Sanjaya, when he's speaking to Dhritarashtra about Bhagavad Gita, the king and Sanjaya are 90 miles away from where the Bhagavad Gita is being spoken. But in his heart, he has like a television. And so he can see what's happening at the moment, like a live stream. But more intimate because it's in the heart, no machines are needed. More powerfully than that, the gopis are seeing Krishna in the forest and they're actually seeing what he's doing. Plus, though, they're adding their own mood to what they're seeing. And they're giving more credit to what they're seeing based on the credit that's in them. Like a Mahabhagavad will see everyone like themselves, even if the person doesn't have those qualities. So in Venugit, for example, they're glorifying the the deer. Danyas mamoda katayo piharinya ita yananda nandana upata vichitravesa. One day you'll all be singing all these verses. That the deer are considered very foolish, but actually they're not foolish. We're foolish because we don't love Krishna like these deer do. Like our husbands are so envious that when we want to go out to see Krishna, they try to stop us. But the male deer, the Krishna Sar deer, black deer with like golden spots, they see the glory of their wife and then they follow their wife. Is the Venuki painting here, or can that go up on the screen? Or just from the wall or from the G-clip? So each part of this painting, she's got it, each part of this painting is a different verse. Like you see the golden deer, generally deers are very shy. They'll always run away if they see humans. But the female deer, the white deer, ran to Krishna, and she didn't have all the fancy paraphernalia of deity worship, but she had her eyes, which Krishna took as more valuable than the 16 kinds of opulent paraphernalia for deity worship. And then the husband wanted to get the benefit that the wife was getting, so he followed right behind her. And then they glorified the cows, that the cows are always eating. Cows are always eating, aren't they? Whenever you see cows,
Yeah.
all they do is eat or chew their cud. But these cows, as soon as they heard Krishna's flute, they stopped eating, and their ears popped up like cups, and they took the sound of Krishna's flute into their ear, into their heart, and then they embraced him there. And then they were chewing grass, but they couldn't keep chewing because they were so stunned, so the grass was just hanging from the two sides of their mouth. Then they glorified the low caste Purinda girls as, and whoever they were glorifying, they said, we want to take birth as that in our next life. They glorified Govardhan and said, in our next life we want to be born as a stone of Govardhan because he does the best service. He provides grass and waterfalls and caves on his own body. Like if I want to give Krishna an orange, I have to go to the store and get an orange and offer it and then all that. But if Govardhan wants to give Krishna an orange, he already has it on his body in the form of his trees. And his cows eat the grasses from his own body. So that brings us to another famous pastime that took place in this month, which is Govardhan Puja, or the Anakut ceremony, where the, yeah, just a 5-minute thing. Another pastime that took place here is Saradiya Ras, because you know that Srila Param Gurudev disappeared. Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj disappeared on the first day of the autumn Ras with Krishna and the gopis. And then Gurudev described, I won't, but Gurudev described what that was like when Krishna saw the unbroken disc of the moon and the red sky and how he played his flute. And then what also took place, because it was part of the same Rasa dance, was the singing of Gopi Geet. So if you go out of where we are now, Gopinath Bhavan, and then you turn right, and then you go in this like little tiny out of the way temple.
We were there yesterday.
Huh?
We were there yesterday.
By Srinagar?
Do you remember?
Hmm?
Did
near Jagamanda, but no, yeah. And then there's this windy stairway, very skinny, windy stairway, and it goes up to this tower where you see part of this tree coming through the ground and up through the ceiling, and that's the tree where the gopis sang Gopi Geet. You know, we're all saying just a man, Prakash, nothing. So when we went up there, it was like this little square with what do you call it around it? Fencing around it. This little square piece of concrete with this tree coming up through the ceiling and down through the floor. And there's monkey stool all over the place because nobody cleaned it sufficiently. Or at least that's what I was seeing. So the whole point of Kartik is to take the dust of all these places on our 4 parts of the body and pray that we can get on the other side and participate in the thing in reality. And then Krishna returned from the disappearing in the Rasa Leela. And then Krishna killed the Shankachuta demon. We'll be hearing more about those pastimes. The Sankachuta demon who kidnapped the gopis. He killed Aristasura in this month, you know, the big bull demon. And then from the killing of the bull demon, there was a conversation with Krishna and the gopis where they said, you can't touch us because you killed a bull. He wasn't a bull, he was a demon. Still he was in the form of a bull. So now you're impure. So what do I do to become pure? You have to bathe in all the holy places of the world. So Krishna, with his foot, he stomped and all the holy places came to him, went in and became one Kund, which was Shama Kund, and then Krishna helped the gopis make Radha Kund. Krishna also killed a big, giant horse demon, Keshi, and then he killed Vyomasura. Vyomasura kidnapped the coward boys and kept them in a cave. And then, even in Mathura, there were so many pastimes in this month, like Krishna's sacred thread ceremony, because, you know, Krishna got the Radha mantra from Pagori Muni in Vrindavan. So he had the impressions that I am the son of Nanda. So Vasudeva Devaki wanted to give him the impression.
Why don't we get the Radha mantra?
We have so many Radha mantras. So many mantras to Radha. Balabkas Manjali, Stavamala, Stavavali, Tavoy Vasmi, all of that. I don't know what one he got. We have so many. But his was for a different thing. Ours are for, and he's already the topmost servant to Radha. Krishna is. So Krishna, they said, well, good, let's give him the Gayatri mantra. You know, when you get the Upanayana sanskar, you get the impression of identity by getting the sacred thread. So they thought that would happen, but it was a gigantic failure because when Krishna was getting the thread and having the ceremony, he remembered, oh, my mother told me, now he's in Mathura, right? My mother told me that when I get the sacred thread, she's going to fill up my joli, you know, the cloth that they wear, fill up my joli all with so many jewels and diamonds. And then he said, Mother, where is my mother? Mother! And he started crying out for Mother Yasoda. And Devaki was standing right there. And then him and Balarama just started crying and fainted. So it was like a gigantic failure. And then Krishna gave Narada a special boon. That those who hear Krishna's sweet pastimes in the places of the pastimes where we're going, especially during the Kartik month, they will surely attain Krishna Prem very soon. So Gurudev said, don't worry. You can know that just by you performing these simple activities, offering a ghee lamp every day, attending Mangalarti, performing kirtan, singing Sri Damodarastakam, doing Parikrama, offering Mahaprasad, observing Anakud, hearing Harikatha in the pastime places, there's no doubt that you'll get complete success.
I was looking for a picture of the Bobagi tree, and right when you said offer ghee lamp every day, then this picture came up. I'm
What?
like, everybody's offering a ghee lamp.
Oh,
These are all blurry because they're my personal picture.
huh?
I said these are all bad pictures because they're my personal pictures.
Can you?
Right, so now,
Send them to me? Wanna put them
now we're at Nidukund, Niduvan. And we just heard beautiful katha from Srimati Hemangani Devi Dasi. And now we are going to, where are we going? Now we're going to Radharaman. Right, they're all right next door to each other. Radharaman, Radha Gopinath, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gopinath. Oh, and we also missed Radha Damodar the other day.
Sorry, I just went down a rabbit hole.
You got a what?
I went
You
down-
went down a rabbit hole?
Yeah,
What did you see there?
it's like you're leaving his room and going up the line.
Oh, yeah, you can show everything. And the camera will take it.
Brandon.
All right, let's first go to Gopinath. And Gurudev gets into such specifics here, like what year the deity was found, what year the deity was installed, what year the deity was brought to Jaipur, what year Aurangzeb destroyed the temple in Vrindavan, what year a new temple was built, everything, all the details. So Paramananda Bhattacharya and Madhu Pandit used to worship the Radha and Krishna deities with extreme renunciation. So once, it just shows, these type of pastimes just show, nothing's really up to us. When a deity wants to manifest, the deity manifests. When a temple, by Krishna's will, a temple that cost so much money and was built by pure devotees, or by the order of pure devotees, when Krishna wanted to be destroyed, that's what happened. And then so many years later, when a new temple comes, when the time comes, that's what happens. So once the current of the Jamuna cut into her bank, the Jamuna is flowing, and then she goes that way into her bank, and a very beautiful deity of Gopinath was revealed from under the sand. In the morning, when the devotee Paramananda came to the Jamuna to bathe, he found this exceptional deity who stole his heart, and then he gave that deity to his associate Madhu Pandit to worship. So Madhu Pandit took up the worship, and Gopinath resided near Bangsibat, but later a new temple was constructed, and then he moved elsewhere.
Is that Gopinath we see on the TV there, Vasanti?
No, that's
Yeah.
Radha Gokulananda.
Let's just go. Let's go now.
Gopinath?
Yeah.
I can't see. Oh, okay. It's hard to see from an angle. All right, so once Nityananda Prabhu, his wife, like I once asked Prabhupada, it was like him and me, I was standing in the street in Boston, and I asked him, can girls preach? He said, oh yes, Nityananda's consort, Janavadevi, when Nityananda disappeared, she became the leader of all the Vaishnavas, and that means thousands of topmost Vaishnavas. and she used to chastise all the unscrupulous Vaishnavas. So she came to Vrindavan one day, and she had the darshan of Radha Gopinath, but she thought that the deity of Radharani was too small, and that if she was a little taller, they would look like they're more matched. So then she returned to her residence, and then Gopinath appeared to her in a dream, and told her that very night actually, and told her to get a bigger deity of Radharani, which she did. And then later on, she also manifested in her own deity, and she instructed the priest to install her on the left side of Gopinath with Radharani on the right side. So the priests, of course, they hesitated, like, is this for real? She instructed them, and should we listen to her? So then, when the deity arrived in the temple of Gopinath, Gopinath himself instructed the priests that don't hesitate. This is my beloved Ananga Manjari. So just like Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram, non-different. So his wife, Janavi, is non-different. Same person as Ananga Manjari, Radharani's younger sister, who has two types of relationship with Krishna. One as a Manjari maidservant of Radharani, and two as a direct consort of Krishna. So it came to be that Janava is on his left side and Radhika is on his right side. Now that's the Gopinath that Gadadhar Pandit worship. Huh? But then there's the Gopinath who sat down. Told to Gopinath, different Gopinath. There's two Gopinath deities. One is regular Gopinath and the other is Tota Gopinath. Means the Gopinath in the garden. I'll tell you about that later.
He was found.
Sorry?
He was found in Jamuna.
Who?
Gopinath.
This Gopinath, when the Jamuna
Yeah.
went into her bank, then it was revealed this deity by Paramananda, and then he gave the deity to Mother Pandit to worship.
I'm confused here.
Yes.
Radharani is always on the left, but it's
I
on the
know.
right hand. It's
Yeah,
the
I
opposite
know.
for that. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good question for Sri Padmana Maharaj.
No, it's part of the. It's because of her humility. You just said in the past time, Radharani herself, right? Tells them
That's just not different.
sister.
Well, Gopinath, the deity himself,
Right.
told the priest, it's okay, she's my beloved Ananga Manjari. But usually Radharani's on the left.
But Radharani herself is saying, put her on the left.
Where does it say that? Because what it says here is that Gopinath himself said, don't hesitate, this is my beloved Ananga Manjari, place her on my left and right on my right. So it came to be. But it doesn't say that Radharani ordered that.
And Janavi is the same as the Krishna and Dwarka. Is that the wife of Dwarka?
I'm sorry?
Janavi, is that the wife in Dwarka? Is that one of them?
No, she's Ananga Manjari, the wife of Vraja in Vrindavan.
No, the wife.
Ananga Manjari is the younger sister of Vraja
Okay.
and one of the consorts of Krishna directly, and also maidservant of Vraja.
Okay, so she don't go to the Dwarka.
No.
Okay, I was.
Okay. So again, this temple, during the oppression of the Aurangzeb, who had busted up so many temples of the deities that were manifested by pure devotees, except for Radharaman, who is the only deity that wasn't moved to Jaipur. So the original deities went to Jaipur, and the Pratibhu, who are as powerful as the original deities, a new temple was built for them in Vrindavan. So, Janavatakarani is seated on the left, Lolita Saki and a small deity of Radhika are seated on the right. Mahaprabhu is also there in a separate chamber. And then Aurangzeb destroyed that temple. It's crazy. And then Radha Damodar is Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Is what?
Behind
Is what? Oh yeah, Madhu Pandit has a samadhi right behind the temple of Radha Gopinath. So Radha Gopinath ki jai, let's offer our obeisances, put the dust of the temple, the deity's lotus feet on our head, tongue, heart, eyelids. Because we really need to get that dust in our bodies. Get purified by the dust. The dust, what is the dust made out of?
Chintamani.
Huh?
Chintamani.
Chintamani means whatever one wants you get. It's also made of rust. Because Radha and Krishna played all over the dust. So their feet and their pastimes happened all over the dust. So the dust is made of rust. So now we are taking one big mighty jump over to Radha Damodar. Yeah, we didn't go a couple of days ago. So the Radha Damodar temple is located in Sevakunj, where we were, I believe, yesterday. And Rupa Goswami had his Bhajan Kuti here at Radha Damodar. And then after that, of course, when he disappeared, he had his Bhajan Kuti and Samadhi, and they're only about 30 feet from each other. And we say, well, let's have an istagosti. But Gurudev said, what we have isn't really istagosti because nobody's washing the dishes, and you were assigned to that. And if you don't want to do it, then get someone to replace you. Don't do it, and then nobody does it. So that's a meeting. But istagosti means sharing the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. So the Goswamis used to have istagostis right here at the courtyard of Radha Damodar. And in those istagostis, in those gatherings, remember when we were hearing about Raghunath Bhakti Goswami, how he could sing every verse of the Bhagavatam in a very melodious voice, and everyone would go into trance. So in those meetings, he would sing the Bhagavatam in a very melodious voice. And Rupa Goswami, it's such a sacred place.
We're here.
Huh?
We're here.
At Radha Damodar. Right. Huh?
Jiva Goswami's
Jiva Goswami Samadhi. So Gurudev took us. There's so many small, very small Samadhi mandirs. Jiva Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. In modern times, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Raman Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Sri Jayadev Goswami, Srila Bhakti Balatirtha Goswami, so many great personalities, Samadhis here. And then Gurudev Samadhi is also here. So Srila Rupa Goswami would write his books like Ujjvala Nilamani right here, where we are, and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and other books. And Jiva Goswami was serving him here, and he was engaged in all kinds of services, including editing Srila Rupa Goswami's books. And then Rupa Goswami personally manifested with his own hands. I'm not exactly sure what that means. If he made the deity, but it says with his own hands. I'll ask Sri Padmata Maharaj if that's what it means. And then, so he personally manifested the deity of Radha Damodar, and he personally gave the service and worship of this Radha Damodar deity to Jiva Goswami.
It's Rupa Goswami's Samadhi.
I'm sorry,
Rupa Goswami's Samadhi.
what you're showing? So his samadhi and his Bhajan, as I mentioned, are only about 30 feet apart from each other, and now they're like this, just a big igloo made of stone. But still as powerful as he himself. Srila Gurudev would go there and do arati and utter verses from the Chaitanya Charitamrita about Rupa Goswami, how he's the very heart of Lord Chaitanya. Again, the original deities went to Jaipur, and the Pratibhu were as powerful. Here's Radha Damodar, and there are, I think, 3 other sets of deities. It's funny to say that, a set of deities. This is Radha Damodar here. Then there are other big deities like Vrindavan Chandra and Radha, and 2 other sets of deities. And Sanatana Goswami, he was circumambulating. Every day he would walk the 14 miles Parikrama of Giriraj Govardhan. And then when he got very old, he wanted to keep doing it. But he was old. So Krishna personally came to him as a young boy and gave him a Govardhan Shila that had imprints in it. Because wherever Krishna would go, stones, who are people, they would melt into ecstasy, like wherever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would go. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was leaning against this pillar in front of the Jagannath temple called the Garuda Stamba. Stamba means like it's a pole, and then Garuda is seated there on the top of the pole looking at Lord Jagannath. So Mahaprabhu's hands were leaning on the stamba, and now there are fingerprints on the stamba, you can see. So similarly, Krishna's flute, a calf print, and Krishna's footprint are on this Govardhan Shila that Krishna, as a little young boy, personally gave to Sanatana Goswami. And he said, now you're old, and it's about this big, like that. And it's shaped like a banyan tree. Shaped like a banyan leaf. And he said, so just take this stone and circumambulate it 4 times, and then I will consider that you're doing the whole Govardhan Parikrama. So now, that stone is in the Radha Damodar temple in front of Radha Damodar. And you can see that when you go there, you can see that very stone.
We're seeing it right now.
Seeing it right now. And so now again, we offer obeisances to Radha Damodar. Oh, and a very important point. Let's say here's the deities, right? Where, things. Here's the deity where Radha and Mandala are now. And then on the left side of the deity, going this way, you come to 2 amazing places. One is our Srila Prabhupada's kitchen, where now there's a brass deity.
It's on the left.
Not brass, he's Sachidananda. But it's his kitchen, where he cooked when he was staying at Radha Damodar until the beginning of his journey to America in 1965. And then right a few feet from that is Prabhupada's room, where he would write and sleep. So one day, Srila Gurudev and we were all there at the same time, and Vasanti tells a very nice history about that. What did Gurudev do when he came into Prabhupada's room? Loud.
He said, Swamiji, your servant has come.
Swamiji, your servant has come.
And then there was like a pause. And then he said, oh, what are you writing? He like looked, I have this pen, and there's a book there. And he like looks, and then it was a pause. And then I was like, whoa, they're talking. But I can't hear. And then this is as Dee said, this is on the left is his kitchen right there. And I would chant there a lot. There's never prasad on his table. And only if the pujari would come in. And there was a bowl of like rock candy, rock sugar. He said, oh, you have sweets? And he picked up the bowl and he took one and he fed it to Prabhupada. Put it right in his mouth, and then he distributed to everybody in the room.
Wow.
And then Gurudev came out of the room and he started telling us about all of his Radha Damodar pastimes with Prabhupada. They would cook the parties together. One would row, one would put it on the little fire, and how they would discuss Krishna Katha together, deep Krishna Katha, and how Prabhupada was so poor, apparently, that he only had this like worn and torn cloth, and Gurudev gave him his good woolen cloth to sit on. Okay, so Radha Damodar ki jai. And although this is the Damodar month, and we sing Radha Damodar, we sing Yasoda Damodar, but Gurudev said the most important verse in this kirtan is the last one, Namo Radhikaya. Because really for us, Gaudiya Vaishnavism, the more important to us, more intimate to us is Radha Damodar. Because they also had the Bandhan Leela of tying. Like Radha and Krishna were sitting together, and all the gopis were there, and they had this little conspiracy. And so they tied Radharani's veil with Krishna's pitambara, his cloth, and then they started singing marriage songs, throwing flowers. And then Radharani tried to get up and go, but she couldn't go. So that was also a binding. So
Where was that at?
where was what?
Where was that at? This past time we were just talking about.
I don't know exactly where it was. You always ask questions I can't answer.
Like Bandir, something
Huh?
Like Bandir one?
Bandir one? No, that's when they actually did the ceremony.
Oh.
When they exchanged garlands. Yeah, Gurudev once asked me to do a drawing of Radha and Krishna's exchanging garlands and a plain marriage. And so I did the drawing, and then later on it became a marble big slab in Bandiravan with the etching of that picture. So now let's take a big Hanuman jump over to Radharaman. Radharaman ki jai. Her patience is enrolled in the dust here, taking the dust on her head, heart, eyelids, and tongue. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami was bathing in the river where there were Shilagram Shilas in that area. And it's one large Shila, about a foot, was as if following him and as if saying, serve me, I want your service. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami took that Shilagram Shila to Vrindavan and began worshiping him. But he had a really strong desire that I want to be able to dress him and swing him and ornament him and make offerings to him. So I wish he had a regular form. So that very night, because Krishna is very fond of his devotees, fond of pleasing his devotees, Krishna changed into the Radharaman deity. So if you look at the back of the deity, it's still a Shalagram Shiva. But in the front, the face is the face of Govinda. The chest is the chest of Gopinath, because those deities were already manifest before Radharaman. And the feet were the feet of Madan Mohan. So the three deities in one are in Radharaman. So as soon as that happened, and he saw him, he was weeping and overwhelmed with joy. He called all the devotees, and then they had a big ceremony for him. These 12 finger widths. 12 finger widths. Now, there was no Radharani that came with him. He just came alone. So then later on what do you call that? Go chakra. So there's a regulation in the Hari Bhakti Vilas that by Gopal Bhakti Goswami and Sanatana Goswami that a Go Mata Shila, what is it called? Go Mati Chakra can be placed next to a deity of Shalagram Shila as Radha. So that is the deity of Gopalbhaja Goswami.
I thought Radharani was in his heart.
She is.
Like, in the form of Radharani.
She is in his heart. She's also outside in the form of a Go Mati Chakra.
I don't really see it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
When you get the eyes, you'll see her there
Aww.
in the Go Mati Chakra. You can pray for that. That's why we're here on Parikrama. Okay, and one more. Let's take a big, offer our obeisances again. Take a big Hanuman jump to Radha Gokulananda. Let's see. Okay. So there's two great saints in our line, Lokanath Goswami and Bhugarbha Goswami. We don't hear much about either of them because they requested that Krishnadas Kaviraj doesn't write about them. They said, if you want our blessings, then don't put us in there. Don't put me in there. But in the Bhakti Ratnakara, there's more information. So in that area of Sevakunj, where here there's Rupa Goswami's Bhajan Kutir, and here's Rupa Goswami's Samadhi, like right in the middle and diagonal, like a triangle, you find a very, very tiny Samadhi of Bhugarbha Goswami. They were like one soul and two bodies. Again? Bhugarbha Goswami. Yeah, is that what I've done? Yeah. Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi. Rupa Goswamis.
Right.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all I say. You just, yeah. Okay.
Right, but what does this have to do with Gokulananda?
Right.
We will find out. So Lokanath Goswami found the deity, not of Radha Gokulananda, but of Radha Vinod, in the Kund. Again, these deities just come out of the Kund, they come out of the sand. Not in Vrindavan, but in Umrao. And he served them there, but later, on the request of Rupa and Sanatan and the other Goswamis, he brought this Radha Vinod to Vrindavan and began to worship them there. And that's near the temple, the Radha Gokulananda temple, where Radha Vinod were installed in the same altar as Radha Gokulananda. And again, the originals are in Jaipur, the Pratibhu are in the same temple in Vrindavan. So Gokulananda appeared, where did he come out of? Radhakund. Appeared at Radhakund, and who founded them? Who discovered them? Srila Viswanath Chakravarti Thakur, the great Rasik Acharya writer. And they arrived, Radha Gokulananda arrived in the same temple later on. And then here is Radha Gokulananda, the big deities here, and the other deities are Radha Vinod. And the samadhis just outside that temple, very, very big temple. Like when you go to these temples, you can fit thousands of people in. It's so big. So outside the temple in the courtyard, there's the samadhis of Srila Narottam Das Thakur, Srila Lokanath Goswami. Did you want to say something?
I was showing
And Sri Viswanath Chakravarti Thakur. Oh, you're showing it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's so beautiful. Typical Rajasthani samadhis. And again, the originals are now in Jaipur, but if you ask a Pujari, he'll say,
Vrindavanam Pratijajya Padam Ekam Na Gashtiti.
yeah, Krishna,
And,
original Krishna never leaves Vrindavan.
and our Sandas Thakur, you see, this small,
Yeah, his samadhi.
so we can, tomorrow is his.
Tomorrow's his disappearance day, and Nishringa Prabhu will be giving glorification of him tomorrow evening. Tomorrow day, okay, everybody pack up your bags. It's time to go to Govardhan.
Wow.
Overland.
Yeah,
We're not moving yet.
yeah.
28th.
Moving,
Yeah,
oh man, tomorrow we're moving.
yeah. Usually they wait longer, but I guess because there's so many parties and
Yeah.
they can't be at the same place at the same time. Parties always go like that. Different parties, and they leave and then they go to, so that they don't, so it doesn't get too crowded. So early this year, pack all your bags.
Oh, tonight, we're leaving tomorrow.
Tonight, you can pack up your bags tonight. And then we're leaving, you wanna leave tonight? Well, she's
No.
driving the bus, so yeah.
We'll leave early, we'll leave right after Mandala.
Yeah, we'll leave after Mangalarti. Visanti's driving the big bus. And we're all going to Govardhan. And on the way to Govardhan, we're gonna be passing by,
It's different this year. Okay, this is
a
different.
few forests, Madhavan, Talavan. And then we're, see, every year, we usually don't go to Madhavan and Talavan on the way to,
Right.
Govardhan. We usually go to Paitagaon and Chandra Sarovar. You wanna know what those places are? Come back tomorrow, because we're also going to those places on the way to Govardhan, and then we'll settle in, everybody's got a room.
Oh my God, they're doing it
Don't worry, everybody has a room, attached bathroom.
tomorrow.
So if anybody snores, you don't have to hear it because you have your own room. Okay, that's it. Is it 11?
It's 11.
So, Brajmando Parikrama ki jai, Vijay Sri Shrimati Radhika ki jai, Kartik Brat Name Seva ki jai. Name Seva means these are all the rules and regulations. Different services that are rules and regulations, like what? Don't lie, tell the truth, don't find fault in anybody. What else? Find fault in yourself.
That's right.
What else, Vasanti? What are some rules? Tell the truth. Don't find fault in anybody.
No eating, no
Don't
prasad.
criticize. Oh, don't
Prasad.
become angry. You're not allowed to become angry. You're not allowed to criticize. Tell your mind and your tongue. Save it for 3 weeks later.
Don't argue with anyone.
Don't argue over like little petty
Monday.
debates. Don't
Cause
argue.
any harm.
Don't cause any harm to any anything with life, like plants, creepers, animals, insects in the Dham, and that's where we are. Okay. Lord Premanandi. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Right.
Nice.